Peru. I'm going to get this set up here on one more channel. And I can't wait to tell you about what's going on about Rhythmia and what, oh my goodness, we have some pups coming over here. Everything is happening all at once right now. So grateful to have you guys with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm coming to you live from Peru, but before I talk to you about Peru, I want to talk to you about Rhythmia, right? This amazing place. I had just left Costa Rica yesterday, and what's going on at Rhythmia every week, week in and week out, is transformation. It is an amazing transformation. It looks like we're having some issues with the stream. On. Okay, we're back on. All right. Hi, everybody. So what's going on at Rhythmia? Transformation every week. How is that transformation occurring? It occurs when we see some aspect of ourselves that we haven't wanted to see. It occurs when we open up to see what we've become. Who we have become is who we think we need to be to get our needs met. Who we think we need to be to feel safe, to feel like we belong, and to feel like we're enough. That's who we've become, right? Something happened when we were little kids. Something happened, and it doesn't have to be like I was abandoned or abused. It happens to everybody, and it usually, because we're little kids, little guy, little girl, we want to feel connected. We want to feel safe. We want to feel like we belong, and so we don't understand what's going on. And when I don't feel that way, hey everybody, great to see you. Namaste. What's up? Sherry, great to see you. Deb, Amanda, welcome, welcome, welcome. Charlotte, hi, Charlotte. Oh, how beautiful to see you. So when we're little, we want to belong. We want to feel safe. We want to feel like we're enough. And we do all sorts of things to make ourselves feel like that. That's the split. That's what happens at Rhythmia. We get to see that split. We get to see when it happened, when we said, who I am isn't enough, because who I am isn't keeping me safe, and therefore I've got to become something else. I've got to project out a new projection of who I am in order to get my needs met. And what are my needs? Feel safe, feel like I belong, feel enough. So one of the beautiful things at Rhythmia that happens is you get to see who you've become. You get to see that projected self, what you've projected out in order to feel like you belong, feel like you're safe, and feel like you're enough. That's the first part of the miracle at Rhythmia. Once you see that, once you see who you've become, then you merge back with your soul. You merge back to a state of wholeness, back to the state of your original grace. There's no original sin. There's just original grace, right? We move back to that state of original grace. And from that place, we forgive the unforgivable and we heal our hearts. That's what's going on at Rhythmia every week. And so I want to encourage you to call this number right here, call the booking agents, take a look and see if Rhythmia is for you, because I tell you, it's a place of miracles. Now, let me tell you what I want to talk about today, coming to you live from Peru, live from the Sacred Valley. I'm with my dear friend, Wachana Martika and Siwar Kente, their daughter, Wachana Martika, and their daughter, Siwar Kente. This is their house behind me, and I'm staying with them and getting ready to take, we're doing a men's retreat here. And the idea is the harmonization of the divine masculine and divine feminine, ending our own inner civil war. What is our inner civil war? Our inner civil war is the very thing I was just talking about with Rhythmia. The inner civil war is that split when we split from ourselves. Typically, it happens. I was thinking about this the other day. The thing that makes us feel different when we were little, that thing went, ooh, I'm different. My friends don't like that, or I did something and it made me feel different from my friends. That's our biggest source of guilt and shame. That's our biggest source of guilt and shame. The thing that made us feel different when we were little. And now that thing is underneath. It's deep down in our subconscious. And we're still operating by it. We're still operating by it. And we don't even know it, because consciously we know different. Consciously, I know that God is all there is, that my God is my source and supply, right? I know, but there's this sense of lack or limitation that I have from a kid. Ooh, if I do that, I'm not going to be safe. If I act this way, I'm not going to have my needs met. I'm in lack. I'm in fear. So even though we consciously, analytically, as adults know, oh, I know that's not true. I know that I'm enough. I know that I belong. I know that I'm safe. But as the kid in you, that inner child in you, still feels that way, still feels I'm not safe. And so I have to act a certain way. And we wonder why we have these habitual patterns of behavior and thought, and we can't seem to get out of them. We keep doing the stuff. We keep doing the stuff. It's like putting icing on a cake or lipstick on a pig, as they say, right? It's like putting icing on a cake or lipstick on a pig. You just keep putting more lipstick and more icing, but fundamentally underneath, we haven't addressed the issue underneath. And so that's this key, the thing. What is it? What is the source of our guilt and shame? This time right now is a powerful time, post eclipse, to release our guilt and shame, to not give our power away to anyone or anything. I'm not going to give my power away. And if we're not used to being in our own power, then we can easily fall subject to another person's projection of us, right? So we have to step into a deeper realization of what are all the parts of our personality that we have put aside because we got hurt, or because we were ashamed, or because we were embarrassed, or because I did that thing, that part of my personality came out and I didn't belong. That part of my personality came out and I didn't feel safe. That part of my personality came out and I didn't feel enough. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I've cut that part of my personality out, or I've suppressed it. So this is a powerful time for all of us to take an inventory of what are the parts of us that we've shoved aside, cut out, pushed down, suppressed in some way, so that we feel safe, feel like we belong, and feel enough. It's time to reintegrate those parts. It's time to call them back in. There's not one part of you or me that doesn't deserve to be loved and appreciated. There's not one part that doesn't need more love, not less. There's not one part of you that doesn't need more love, not less. There's probably not one part of your partner or your friend or your coworker that doesn't need more love, not less. More love, more joy, more open-heartedness. And we do that by coming within, forgiving ourselves for not choosing higher, forgiving ourselves for being stingy, forgiving ourselves for not being honest, forgiving ourselves for being out of integrity, forgiving ourselves for letting ourselves off the hook, forgiving ourselves a back door, all of that stuff. What are all the parts that we've been suppressing? This is a powerful time. This energy right now in the world is a powerful time for us to step into our power and recollect all of the parts of us that we've pushed aside, because there's not one part of you or me or anyone that doesn't deserve and want more love, not less. I read that. A friend of mine read that. I can't remember the book, but it was a reading from somebody's book, and they said more love, not less. And I went, man, that is so good. I'm going to use that, and I'll go back and find out who it was so I can credit them. I don't want to plagiarize. But what a beautiful saying. There's not one part of us that doesn't need more love, not less, especially the parts that we're trying to cut out, especially think about it. Wow. Think about this. Think about that one person in your life that just, it's like a burr under your bonnet, man. They trigger you. I have a few trigger me. I just don't like them, right? There's somebody in your life, you're like, I just don't like that person. I don't want to be around him. What if we said, there's not one person in our lives that doesn't need more love, not less? More love, not less. More love, but we got to give it to ourselves first. This is the time that we get to give it to ourselves. And then we can give it to the world. But we got to take care of ourselves. M. Scott Peck, in his book, The Road Less Traveled, spoke so beautifully about love. Love is the extension of oneself for the genuine care and nurturing of your own and then another's spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. We got to take care of our own spiritual, mental, and physical well-being before we can take care of another's. So more love. Yes, Miss Shura. More love, not less. So we've got to take care of, we've got to give ourselves more love, not less, so that we can then go out into the world. Jem, thank you so much. This little light, good to see you. Cambo Holistic Healing, thank you, brother or sister. I don't know who Cambo Holistic Healing is. Hey, Jem, great to see everybody. So let's see where I lost my train of thought here. We were talking about M. Scott Peck and the road less traveled and his definition of love. What's love? Love is the extension of oneself for the genuine care of your own and then another's spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. Got to take care of our own spiritual, mental, and physical well-being so that we can then go out into the world and be the beneficial presence. I can't give someone else more love and not less if I ain't giving myself more love, if I'm giving myself less love. Oh no, it's our time. Today is the day. Now is the appointed time to fulfill our destiny. We have a great destiny to fulfill here. We all do. There's not one of us that doesn't have a great destiny to fulfill. I got all these dogs coming in here. Hold on. Panda, you got to go, boo. You got to go. Sorry, buddy. No. Come on, girl. So, I love this life. What a good life. What a good life we have. Okay, Puño. Okay, hi, Puño. Yeah. Hi, buddy. We got Panda and Puño. Hi, guys. All right. So maybe they're telling me it's time to stop the Facebook Live. Oh my goodness. More love, not less. That's what the world needs. What the world needs now is more love, not less. All right, y'all, we'll keep coming to you. We're going to be in Peru for a couple weeks, so we'll keep coming to you live from Peru. I'll give you some more updates. And okay, I got big dogs here. Hi. More love, not less.